you're playing the course in Cleveland, where are we at? Royal Crest. You'd had to get rental clubs. First of all, look at these rentals. Have not tried the old Forge Big Hitter, but buddy, we're gonna give it a big old whack. That's better. Hey up, that'll work. Second shot, par 5. Hell of a drive over here. We'll see if we can match it with a second shot. That feels really good. I should be able to find that. All right, so I got a really lie here off the cart path, and I got trees up here, so I'm gonna try to use a 7-iron and bump and run it up there. Get up. Trying to putt for a birdie again. Who knows? Probably gonna miss it though. Par, baby. Probably gonna think this is gonna be too much club with a 5 hybrid, but I'm just gonna nice, easy swing, middle of the stance. Try to put it up there on the par 3. All right, nice and easy swing. Oh my God. Oh, I chunked it. Barely get it up there and not send it into the woods. So we'll see. Oh my God. I did it again. So this has been a brutal hole. So this is 2, 3. This is for par. I did not hit that hard enough. Dude. Thank God, at least I made that. Liar! Double bogeyed the last hole. Finished with a 45 through 9. So we would have broke 100, which can't complain with that. That's a whole lot of 5s on there. We out. All right, game time. Welcome back. We are here at the National Sports Collectors Convention, and I'm here with Jay. Jay, tell me a little bit about what you guys got going on here with the Negro League stuff you got going on.
Since 2018, we've been making Negro Leagues products. I was aware in 2018 that the Negro League Centennial was coming up, and there were just no Negro Leagues products. So I thought I'd start making them, and
you kind of took advantage of it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and honestly, I was inspired by my children, who always made fun of me for always watching black and white TV shows and movies.
The nostalgia of it.
Yeah, and I was thinking, what part of baseball is in black and white?
Mm-hmm.
And it was the Negro Leagues, because they ended before color photography.
Yeah, that's so cool, and there's such a rich history behind it.
So many phenomenal players. They've been recognized as Hall of Famers now, so, many of them, and Major League Baseball just recognized them as a major league.
Yeah.
So incorporated their stats. So yeah, it's been good. I feel like I led the charge a little bit, but that's nice.
Yeah. So we were just talking about the Rickwood game with the MLB and talking about that with Jay, and we're kind of just been taking in the whole scene here. Me and Jay were just talking about that. You can walk around for a few hours here and you still won't even see half this place. And even if you're trying to find something, you might not find it because there's so much going on. Before we get done with all this, Jay, I was going to say, let the people know where to find your stuff at.
Okay, we're at booth 403 at the National Sports Collectors Convention.
What about your store?
Only online.
Only online?
Yep, at baseballartllc.com.
Gotcha. Love
and
that.
I would like to say that, part of what I'm trying to do is bring this to life by color. And so I've worked with many artists, some of them were here, who paint pictures, and we make card sets. They're the inspiration for the bobbleheads and other products. So
that's a ton of work that goes into that stuff too, and a lot of planning. And I mean, it's really an effort of a group of people trying to, again, bring history back to life. Yeah, so we at Game Time, we do a lot of baseball history content, and specifically we like to highlight the history of the World Series. So as a history savant, I kind of love the fact that you found a gap where it wasn't being shown enough and found a way to display it and really bring light to these awesome players too.
Well, speaking of the World Series, we just introduced this set, the 1924 Negro Leagues World Series. It was the first Negro Leagues World Series. This is the centennial year. This is the only authorized set, and it was between Hilldale and Monarch, and it was a phenomenal series. It went 10 games with one game ending in a tie, but the last 7 games were all decided in the final at-bat of the winning team.
So with a 10-game series, how many would you have to win?
You had to win. Well, you had to win. It was a 5 of 9 series, but because one game ended in a tie,
Wow.
you had to play the 10th game.
The 10th game. Could you imagine a 10-game series for stuff now?
Yeah. And it was just so closely fought. It was a great series.
That's awesome. And again, that's history of baseball that we would never know unless people like Jay were showing us about it. So I want to thank Jay for giving us some of his time. Come see him. Come check him out at his booth. Come check him out online. And after you do that, go to GameTimeBats.com and check out some of our souvenir bats too. Jay, appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you. Yep. Appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, I can tell that you're a Yankees fan over there, and it kind of caught my attention because we do baseball content. Specifically, we like to highlight World Series stuff and talk about each specific World Series. And we just talked about the 2009 Yankees season and that team and how the Yankees just somehow to find a way to always have a stacked lineup. And that's why being a fan of them must be pretty fun. What was kind of the inspiration to turn your love for the Yankees into art?
Well, basically, I was always drawing. I grew up baseball cards, comic books, and stuff like that. So I was always drawing like my own baseball cards, even when I was like 10 or 12 or whatnot. So I would just draw my own cards. I was influenced by the Diamond Kings that they used to have, by Dick Perez, and just basically I'm a big baseball fan, Yankee fan, and that's why I like to draw. So
now, what's like one of the coolest places that your art has taken you, like in your career? Because I'm sure you've gotten to do a lot of really cool things, but I'm sure there's some moment that kind of stuck with you where it's like, this is pretty awesome.
I do a lot of conventions, so I go around to different cities. And stuff. And then doing that, and try to mix it a little business pleasure.
Yeah.
Try to get to the other ballparks and the other states and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
Well, tell the people just for us so that our viewers can check you out, where they can find your stuff, find you, all that.
I'm on Instagram and Twitter, BCKongArt, BCKONGART, and then BrianKong.com. Love my website.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for your time. That's all we got for us today. Appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man.
Have a good one. Welcome back, Game Time. We are here to talk about more baseball history that needs to be talked about more. And we're here with the gentlemen that have brought that history to color. And we'll just let them introduce themselves as they go down the line and talk about this amazing thing that they brought to the game of baseball to highlight history. Want to introduce yourself, guys? Yeah.
Mike Kupka.
Daryl Matthews.
Jeff Santala.
And I'm Greg Kreinler.
So yeah, we were just talking about Jay, about what you guys kind of did here and really talking about a lot of stuff that was in black and white and bringing it to color, and just kind of talk about what it's meant to you guys to find a niche in the sport of baseball that didn't get the recognition that it needed to have, and kind of bringing that to life for people. So just kind of talk about the inspiration behind it and what you guys kind of came with the process for it.
Outside of just being commissioned by Jay to do this, I think I can speak for all of us in that, we're all baseball fans in addition to being artists. And I think I can also say that we're all passionate, not only about the stars of the game that everybody knows about, but in this case, the Negro Leaguers and Latin American leaguers who obviously did not get to play in the big leagues, or at least in the white leagues in that era. And I think for me, especially, I'm very much into kind of showing how these players looked, in an honest way, in a historically accurate way, and presenting them as such so that they're kind of like living, breathing, and they're brought back to life. And I did one card for the set. It was just a bonus card of Jew Baby Floyd, who was a famous trainer for the Monarchs, and later I think he was Satchel Paige's primary trainer. But it was just great to kind of paint someone that I've never painted before. I kind of always wanted to paint Floyd, and I was really happy to get the opportunity to just be a part of the set, and also be a part of like an artist brotherhood, because even though we're all different guys from different backgrounds, we're all in the same stuff together.
And that's what we love about sports. That's why there's a big convention like this. Sports brings people together in the craziest ways, from all walks of life, all different races, everything. Sports always ties us all together. So that's pretty cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything that you think is cool? Because our viewers are all baseball historians, baseball savants. So if you guys got any like little nuggets of info or cool stuff that you want to talk about, our viewers would love to hear it.
I'm the son of Grant Oliver Matthews. He was the first baseman for the Newark Eagles. from 1930, probably 33 to 1948. He played with Satchel Paige, Josh Gibson, and all those guys. This right here is a great opportunity for me to have my work on a card. So my dad's looking up and looking down, excuse me.
That's awesome.
And this is a very, right now I'm at this moment, this is my really first interview.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this is great. It's great to meet these gentlemen here. I mean, it's fantastic. I've been drawing since 1968, since I was a kid, and sports is the thing I love to do because of action, and that inspires me. So I'm a watercolorist by trade, but just being around these guys is kind of like bringing my level up.
That's
more.
awesome.
It's just inspiration.
That's kind of all we got here. I want to thank these gentlemen for their time. Come over and check them out if you guys are here. If not, find them online, find their artwork, go check it out. We plug Jay's info so you can find that stuff there. Other than that, that's all we got. Thanks, Game Time.